So for today's episode, I'm installing trim and a temporary barn door. Trim, I've got one side screwed in. I'm gonna screw in this one, top piece, and then the temporary door. Next step in the process, the instructions say to install a header board to attach the track to, and not to install it directly to the drywall. Now I'm going to find the beams, or the studs. I'm gonna use the stud finder, and here we go. Okay, for the bar that holds everything up, it's supposed to be the height of the door plus 1 inch and 11/16, which comes out to be 1 inch and 1.68 inches. Anyway, so I got this first one up, and I watched for level as I put it up, and I'm going to work on the other side now. The tricky part is making sure this part right here matches up perfectly. Okay, so my board had a slight bow in it, so I had to put in a couple screws to make sure it's stuck to the wall, and also this one and that one don't hit studs, the other 3 do. So I had to use the drywall anchors. So I know no one would buy a door that looks like this from Lowe's or Home Depot, and that's exactly the case. This one I built from some scrap 1x6s and some plywood, and then now I'm getting ready to hang it to those things. Okay, for this part it requires that the door be off the ground by 3/8 of an inch. I'm doing 7/16. There's a 3/8 block there, the 1/16 on top of it. Okay, so the door is hung now. However, I did notice this. My work's not crooked. It's actually the door frame. The bottom of the door is 33 inches. The top up here is 33.5, which is why it looks like my work is crooked. So the next thing to do is install these end caps. They tighten with an Allen wrench, and they're gonna go one there and one down there. Lastly is this guide. It'll go like this at the bottom of the door. The one that came with the door I didn't like because it required me to put a dado on the bottom of the door, and that's what the door would have glided on. This is a beefier. So this little thing is the guide that comes with the kit, and it's made out of plastic. So to install this thing, it's pretty easy. Try and find a stud if you can, otherwise it has drywall inserts. However, I found my stud. I put my hand back here and I was able to get to it. Now with both screws in, these 2 pieces will just screw back on because that nut is in a channel and it can't turn. It's installed, works as it's supposed to. I will need to shave a 1/4 inch off the bottom because it is clipping this piece right here. But for now, this will do, and I haven't had a door in 7 months. It's a little weird when you go poop. That's the view when you're walking past the stairs. So yeah, should have done this a few months ago.